guys! Welcome to another episode of Learn Math with Sir Mark, and in this video, I'm going to continue my discussion in geometric series. But before anything else, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the bell button so that you will be notified whenever I'm going to upload a new one. So if you're ready, let's begin. Okay, example number 1. The sum of the first and the fourth terms of a geometric sequence is 56, and the sum of the second and third is 24. Find the first term. Okay, so usually we denote the first term as A, okay, and we can represent the fourth term as AR cubed, right? So since the sum is 56, so this will be my first equation, right? Similarly, so on subhead, the sum of the second and the third is 24, so I can establish this equation. AR will be my second term, plus AR squared, which is my third term, that's equal to 24. There you go. Okay, so take note, our goal is to find the value of A. So in the first equation, I can manipulate this by factoring out A. So I'll have 1 plus R cubed equals 56, right? So then I'm going to solve this for A. So that will be A equals 56 over 1 plus R cubed. See that? Okay. So doing the same on the second equation, it's obvious you can factor out AR, right? What will be left here is just 1 plus R equals 24. Then like what we did on the first equation, solving for A, we're going to have 24 over R times 1 plus R. See that? Okay, next. So, since they are both equal to A, you can now equate the two equations, right? So, that is yung 56. So, allow me to express 56 as 8 times 7, alright? Over, now, yung 1 plus R cubed, we can factor it as a product of binomial and trinomial. I hope na-recall niyo yung sum ng two cubes, right? So this one can be written as 1 plus R, okay, times 1 minus R plus R squared. Again, paano nangyari to? So recall your factoring technique that involves sum of two cubes, okay? So, equals, so like what I did here, I'm going to express 24 as 8 times 3. See that? So that maka-cancel ko siya mamaya. Okay. All over, I'll just copy it. R times 1 plus R. Okay. Now, that's it. As I said, obviously, kaya ako ginawang 8 times 7 yung 56, 8 times 3 yung 24, so that you can easily cancel it. Right? Similarly, so yung denominator, parehas may 1 plus R, maka-cancel ko rin siya. So, what will be left here is this. So, cross-multiply ko na right away because I'm running out of space. So, this one will become 7R, okay, equals, this trinomial, i-multiply ko kay 3. That is, 3 minus 3R plus 3R squared. See that? Okay, then combining like terms, I'm going to have a quadratic equation, 3R squared minus 10R plus 3 equals 0. There you go. And obviously, factorable yan, right? Factorable yan. So, the factors are 3R minus 1 times R minus 3 equals 0. Check natin. Okay, so, the product is positive 3. Okay, correct. The sum is negative 1 yan, negative R. This is negative 9R. So, if you're going to add it, that will give you negative 10R. Okay, so therefore, the factors are correct. So, it means we have two common ratio. Alright? One is 1/3. The other one is 3. See that? Okay. So, take note. Our goal is to get the value of A. So, it's obvious mas madaling gamitin tong second equation to get our value of A. Okay? So, that is, if R is 3, okay, if R is 3, we're going to have 24 over 3 times 1 plus 3, or 4. Okay, and this is 24 over 12 is 2. So, therefore, one value of A is 2. Okay, one value of A is 2. There you go. Okay, now, what if R is 1/3? So this will give us the second value of A. So again, using the equation, so 24 over 1/3, okay, times 1 plus 1/3. Ang 1 plus 1/3 is 4/3, right? So this one will become 24 over 4 over 9, right? And that will be 9 times 6, or 54. So therefore, the second value of A is 54. See that? Now, that's it. These are the two answers in this problem. So actually, to check if our answer is correct, pwede naman. Okay, so let's check it. Okay, let's check our answers. Okay, so if my first term is 2, okay, so our common ratio is 3. So the next is 2 times 3, that will give us 6. Times 3, that's 18. Times 3 is 54. Ang tanong, ang sabi, the sum of the first and the fourth term is 56, right? Obvious naman. 2 plus 54 will give us 56. 6 plus 18 will give us 24. Right? Okay, next. What if baliktad? Okay, so our first term is 54 times 1/3. Actually, ito rin yun, di ba? So, mag-change lang ng position. So, 18 times 1/3, that will be 6, 2. And that will satisfy the condition as well. Okay? That's it. So, I hope nasundan tong problem number 1. Okay, let's proceed to example number 2. The sum of the first and the second terms of a geometric sequence is 108, and the sum of the third and the fourth term is 12. Find the two possible values of the first term of the sequence. Actually, parehas lang yan. Almost same lang yan nung example kanina. So, the sum of the first and the second, that means A plus AR. Right? So, that's equal to 108. Next, the sum of the third and the fourth is 12. So, that is AR squared plus AR cubed. That's equal to 12. See that? Okay, down, tanong, find the two possible values of the first term, or A. So, kagaya lang nung kanina. So, we can factor out A here. Alright? So, that will be 1 plus R equals 108. Or, so, syempre, solve ko in terms of A, that will be 108 over 1 plus R. See that? Next. So, here, pwede kong ma-factor ang AR squared, right? So, factoring AR squared will give me 1 plus R, okay, equals 12. Or, A here is equal to 12 over R squared times 1 plus R. See that? Okay, now, so like what we did earlier, so since both are equal to A, by transitive property, pwede ko siyang i-equate. And, para mas madali, we know ang 108 can be expressed as 12, right? 108 is the same as 12 times 9, right? So this is 12 times 9 over 1 plus R equals 12 over R squared times 1 plus R. See that? Okay, so halos parehas na parehas ng flow ng solution. I can easily cancel 12. Maka-cancel ko rin yung 1 plus R, right? So, what will be left here is this. Okay, so cross multiplication. So, I'm going to have R squared equals 1 over 9. Right? And therefore, extracting the square root, so my R, or the common ratio, will become plus minus 1/3. Okay, so that's it. So, since you have two values of common ratio, so meron kang dalawang first term. Okay, that's why ang question, find the two possible values of A. Okay, so let's do it. So, mas madaling i-substitute between the two equation, I guess, dito. Alright? So, okay, substitute natin. If R is positive 1/3, okay, if R is positive 1/3, so I'm going to have 108, okay, take note, ang 1 plus 1/3 is 4 over 3. And what is 108 over 403? So that will be 81, right? So that will be 81. Okay. So, next, if r is negative 1/3, alright? So, same thing. So, 108 over, kaya lang, 1 minus 1/3 is 2/3, right? 2/3. So, what is 108 over 2/3? So, ang 108 over 2/3 is 162. Alright, 162. You can check that. Okay, so therefore, these are the two values of A. One is 81, the other is 162. So, like what we did in the previous problem, you can check it if you want. Okay, check natin. Okay, so 81 yung first term, times 1/3. So, syempre, 81 divided by 3, that will be 27. Divided by 3, that will be 9. Divided by 3, that will be 3. Alright? Now, ang tanong, pag inad ko to, 108 ba? Of course. Pag inad ko yung 9 and 3, is that equal to 12? Yes. Okay, so tama. So, this is the first set of geometric sequence that will satisfy the problem. Next, if my first term is 162 times negative 1/3, that will be negative 54, right? Times negative 1/3, that will be 18. And times negative 1/3, that will be negative 6. Tanong, pag inad ko ba to 108? Syempre, 162 minus 54 is 108. Pag inad ko ang 18 and negative 6, that will give us 12. Okay? So, that's the answer in number 2, 81 and 162. Okay, we are now on the last item on this episode, so let me read. 3 positive integers are in geometric sequence and have a sum of 19 and a product of 216. What is the least common multiple of the 3 integers? Okay, so take note, there are the 3 numbers form a geometric sequence. Okay, so since this is odd, 3 is odd, so one way to represent it is we let the middle term as a single variable. In this case, let me call the second term as A. Okay, then multiply this second term by a certain number, which is your common ratio R. So the third term will become AR. Then to get the first term, divide A by R. So there, that is A over R. See that? Okay, again, this is one way of representing an odd number of terms. Okay, that forms a geometric sequence. Ang sabi, the sum of the 3 terms is equal to 19. Now, one advantage, if you have an odd number of terms, and if you write it this way, okay, sabi kasi the product is 216. So, meaning to say, A over R times A times AR equals 216. Obviously, maka-cancel yung R, right? Kapag sinulat nyo siyang ganyan. Okay. So, that means A cubed is equal to 216. See that? Therefore, this equation here can be written as 6 over R, okay, plus 6, okay, plus 6R equals 19. So, since may 6 ako sa left side, if I'm going to transpose it on the right side, that will become 13. Alright? Then that is, multiply ko siya ng R, alright, multiply ko ng R, I'm going to have 6 plus 6R squared equals 13R. Okay, arranging it, so I'm going to have 6R squared minus 13R plus 6 equals 0. And that's factorable. Quadratic equation, factorable yan. So that is 3R minus 2 times 2R minus 3. Okay, verify natin. So 3R times 2R is 6R squared. Negative 2 times 2R is negative 4R. This one will become negative 9R. If you add it, negative 13R. And lastly, negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6. There you go. Okay? So, meaning to say, I have 2 common ratio. Okay? One is 2/3. The other one is 3/2. Okay. Now, take note. Ang middle term natin is 6. Okay? Ang middle term natin is 6. Okay? Middle term is 6. So, that is 6 times 2/3. That will be 6 times 2/3, that will be 4, right? Okay? 6 over 2/3, that will be 18 over 2, or 9. Okay, so therefore, this is one set. Okay? This is one set. Okay, next. What if 3 halves yung common ratio? 6 times 3 halves, that will be 18 over 2, that will become 9. 6 over 3 halves, that will be 12 over 3. Okay, 12 over 3. Or actually, nag-switch lang sila. So again, ang common difference nito is 2/3. This one is 3 halves. So now, these are the two sets. Okay? These are the two sets. Tanong, ano yung least common multiple? So therefore, the LCM of this one is 9, 6, and 24. The LCM is 36. Okay? So that's it. I hope you learned something on this episode. So don't forget to like, okay? Feel free to share and subscribe, of course, on my channel. Okay? Keep safe.